What's up, everyone? Okay, so today I'm going to try and make this this ledge climb work. My last video it wasn't working, so I have to make this part 2 video. So I'm going to take information that I got from another tutorial. The YouTube channel is called Alex Dev. So I'm just gonna, first of all, I'm gonna undo everything that I've already done. So first thing that I need to do is go into my player movement and delete everything that I did. And I'm going to delete all the variables. So it's basically at a point before I tried doing my own thing. And I'm also going to bump down the jump power to 20 because right now it's flying pretty high. I'm going to close the ledge detector scripts. And I'm basically going to delete all these objects that I created. So in my last video I created these two empty objects with the box collider, so I want to get rid of those. And I've got the empty objects, which are basically just the go to or the start location and climb go to location. So I'm going to delete those as well. And I may as well delete also the scripts for the ledge detect. So I've got one for ledge detect side and ledge detect top. Delete those. And I'm gonna after that's done compiling. Okay, I'm gonna press play. Make sure everything else is working as usual. Whoop. What happened here? I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, it's working now. For some reason the Z was set to 0 on my main camera. It's supposed to be -10, so I fixed that. So if I go in now, everything's working fine, the running's fine, and the ledge functionality is gone, which is good. The only thing I want to quickly bump up is the jump power. So 60 was too high. I'll try 30. That's a little bit better. It's fine for now. Okay, so back in this script. I'm going to move all this up because I can't see my icons. Okay, there we go. So first things first, I need to create a variable, public bool ledge detected, and it's public, but I don't want it to be visible in the inspector, so I'm going to put hide in inspector. I'm going to quickly save that. Go back. So under player, I'm going to create an empty object, and I'm going to name it ledge check. And to that, I'm going to add a script. Actually, I'm going to create a script here first, because I want to make sure that it's in all the same folder. And it's going to be called ledge detection. Okay. And I'm going to let that reload. Okay, with the ledge check selected, I'm going to drag and drop the ledge checks script there, and then I'm going to open up the script. Okay. First thing I want to create is serialize field. Whoops. Serialize private float called radius. And what I'm going to do now is create a private void on draw gizmos, and in there I'm going to type gizmos dot draw sphere. Wait, drawing sphere. Transform dot position radius. Semicolon. I don't know if I got this right. Okay, I'll double check that in a second. Actually, I'm going to pause it for a second. So the problem is my notes. It's supposed to be draw wire sphere. So after I do that, I'm going to compile. So now, the radius I'm going to set to, oh, that's way too big, 0.2. I believe, yep, it was there. And look back here. Serialize field. Oops. Private player called player. Why does that not? The update function. Okay, this isn't working for some reason, so I'm going to change this to game object. And in the start function, I'm going to put player. No, I don't need to do that actually. In the update, player ledge detected. Whoops. Ledge detected. Okay, so I'm doing it a little bit different. I got rid of the serialized field private player. Instead, I'm using player movement script, which is basically the namespace for the player's movement script here, up here. And from that, I'm grabbing player movement script type and naming it player movement script. Public game object player, and I'm setting the player movement script to player.getComponent player movement. So from this player movement script, instead of getting the ledge detected from the player, I'm getting it from the player movement script. So I'm getting it directly from the script here. So to fill in the rest of this, physics 2D dot overlap circle transform dot position radius. So I'm going to let that compile. So I need to dump this player in here. Well, before I go any further, I'm just going to go right ahead and set the layer. I need to add layer. I'll call it ground. And set this to ground. And set this to ground. I'm going to go back into the script. I'm going to add another serialize field. Private layer mask called what is ground. And to this, what is ground. So basically the player movement script ledge detected, which is a boolean, it's either true or false. It's going to be set to true if it overlaps any object that is set as ground. So if I compile that here, if I click on ledge check, all of a sudden we have this drop down, and I just need to select ground. So it's looking, oops. So it's looking for this ground layer. Yeah. I'm going to add, so with the ledge check selected, I'm going to add Box Collider 2D. Have to make sure to trigger. And with this selected, I'm going to adjust it. So it was roughly like this. Oops. So this one is going to be used to see if the ground, so just say a platform like this, actually it'll be easier. So let's just say the platform is like this. And as you can see, even though the gizmo, like the circle, both this right now, both the circle and the box collider is overlapping, but we want the character to take the ledge climbing action only when the circle is overlapping, but this isn't. So when this is false. So that's the point of that box collider. So it's going to check for two different collisions. I'm going to go back. I'm going to create a boolean. Private bool. You name it can detected. He named it detected, which sounds kind of weird, but I'm just going to leave it the way he made it. Private void on trigger enter. So this is checking for any collisions with the collider. So it's going to, has nothing to do with the circle that we created, the gizmo. And then here, if collision dot game object dot layer equals layer mask name to layer can detected equals false. What did I do wrong? Game object collision. Okay, I'm gonna double check this. Okay, so it's got to be private void on trigger enter collider 2D collision, and this collision had to be lowercase. So that's seems like it's good now. So I need to copy and paste and call this one on trigger exit. And when it's not colliding, it's going to be true. So it can detect if it's not colliding with anything with a layer called ground. So if this is not colliding with this, then it can detect. Okay, so far so good. And the update, if can detected equals true, oh wait, I don't need to put if. I can just leave it like that, if can detected. Player wait a minute. Okay, so what he has here is can detected. So only if this is true, then this can do this thing where the ledge detected is set to true. So in the player movement, header, oops, ledge info. I'm not sure why he put that. private vector 2 offset 1 offset 2 private vector 2 climb begin position private vector 2 climb over position private bool can grab ledge equals true. Private bool can climb. So this is everything that he had, and I guess you'll see in a moment what it's all for. I'll compile all this. So in the update, I'm going to create a bunch of methods for check for ledge, animator, controllers, ledge, climb over. So these are all giving errors because they're not created yet. So the first thing that I'm going to create is private void check for ledge. Oops. If ledge detected and can grab ledge. So when I leave it, if I don't specify true or false with ledge detected, then I think it automatically assumes that it's true. So which is this here, and this is set by the ledge detection script. And can grab ledge is true. We set it true by default. So when both of those are true, then can grab ledge equals false. So this boolean automatically becomes false because we don't want the character to repeat this whole thing. We just want it to do it once it detects a ledge. Vector to ledge position equals get component and children ledge detection ledge position equals dot trans position. So I guess it's looking for the script. It's making a vector out of it, ledge position. So basically, I think what this is doing is as soon as, say, the character jumps up or something, the very second it detects the ledge, this ledge position value is actually the position of the player, I believe. Oh no, sorry, it's getting the position of this ledge check at the moment of with the collision. Okay. To ledge climb, begin position equals ledge position plus offset 1 climb over position equals ledge position plus offset 2. And I'm going to set can climb equals true. And below that, if can climb equals true, transform position of the player equals okay, let's try to see where I left off. Okay, if can climb equals true, climb begin position. So the position of the player goes to climb begin position. Compile that, and I have to go and I have to find the offset positions. So after this compiles, soon you'll see some fields pop up here under the script. Oh, wait a minute. Is it in your player? Yeah, it's under player. So offset 1, offset 2. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to hit play. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm going to move the player over here. Okay, first what I'm going to do is I want to have this player in this position. And I need to go into my sprites and I need to get idle 1. Put this right here, and I need to get okay. So the reason I'm doing this is I need to get the offset positions. So in order to do that, I don't think these positions work. So what I have to do is I need to parent them under the player momentarily, and these are the values that I need. So I'm going to jot these down real quick. So for this, so when he's already climbed, x is minus 11.25, and y equals 24.55. And when he's hanging, the offset is x equals minus 3.75, y equals 6.75, minus 6.75. So I just need those values. I'm going to delete those, and I need to plug those values into this here. So the offset 1, double check, climb begin position, which is minus 3.75 minus 6.75 minus 11.25, 24.55. Put this over here. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. For now, I'm just going to type everything out. I'm going to type everything out, and then I'm going to try and make all this work. place. Okay, player movement. So private, it says here to create private void animator controllers. Can climb equals false. Oh no, sorry. Animator dot set bool can climb ledge. Can climb ledge. It's true. I'm not sure why he decided to put it here. This method is triggered by the update. One thing I wanted to change was I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay. Let me just read through this real quick. Oops. To create another private void ledge climb over. And there can climb equals false. So in this check for ledge, if can climb is set to true. Here can climb equals false. Transform dot position. Oh. Made my own little vector 2. So position difference. position. Transform dot position. Vector 2 climb beginning position. Okay, this doesn't work. I'll get rid of that for now. This. Instead, I'm going to put transform dot position equals vector 3 dot move toward transform dot position climb over position time dot delta time times, I'm not sure what value to put, but I'll put 2f. Down here, invoke allow ledge grab. Private void allow ledge grab. Can grab ledge equals true. So to ledge check, I'm going to add a rigid body, kitty, body type is kinematic, collision detection is continuous, and the whole point of this is the reason why the rigid body was added was it helps to detect the ledge when the character's jumping and coming from the top. If it's falling from the top, sometimes if it's falling too fast, it might not read, it might not pick up the ledge. It doesn't have the problem when it's jumping from the bottom going up, but it's when it jumps and then falls down. Apparently this rigid body helps it. Haven't really wrapped my head around as to why that works, but I am going to put it in there anyways. And I'm going to check right now to see if this works. To be quite honest, I'm pretty doubtful, but we'll see. Okay, not working. Okay, so I sort of figured out how to make this work. It's not perfect, but I'll just show you real quick. So if I go here, there's a bit of a delay at the beginning and end. It's not 100% flush. But the real problem is if I just say run, well, that works. Sometimes it doesn't work. If I come from like a higher place, it doesn't look too bad. I think I still need to tweak it, but I'll just quickly go over what I did. So in the animator, he already originally had it that it comes from any state, but I just made it come from movement. So I've got has exit time turned off, and can climb ledge true, and it fires back when can climb ledge is false. Another thing that I did back in the photo editor, I increased this total size because the ledge climb animation takes up so much room. So if I go to like the idle animations, oops, even though he's just way down here, like all the idle animations are, you know, down here, but there's all this space. But that's just to accommodate for the ledge climb. So I have to resize the whole thing. And once I saved them all out, all I have to do is just reposition the box collider as well as the capsule collider, which you can do just by pressing this button. And I also reposition the ledge check so that it's right at the same level as at his head. So that's where I want the fingers to grab. So if I go back to my drawings, I have my drawings so that that the top of his head is the same level as his fingers. So that's how I've decided to put this ledge check right at the whenever it passes the top of his head. Okay, so that's that. I also created a ledge climb to location, which is basically an empty object. I figured out I want it to be about in this position. So whenever I just say he's climbing, and he's finished climbing, then he snaps to this. So if I go to the animation and ledge climb, at the end of the animation, there's a little, if you look here, there's a little, what's it called, an event that you create by pressing this little icon right here. And this event allows you to pick a method within your script. So right now I have the ledge climb over, so as soon as the animation plays and it hits this part right here, then that triggers this method. So can climb is set to false, transform position, climb over position, so that's the position that I set. So just to go over, these are all basically the same stuff that he put in his tutorial. The only thing I added was his public transform ledge climb to location. So this ledge climb to location is basically this, and I plug that into the player script, which is right here. So with the player selected, I dump this here, and the only thing I need in the update are these two methods, check for ledge and animation controllers. So if ledge detected and can grab ledge, so can grab ledge is by default true, and ledge detected is where's ledge detected? Oh, ledge detected is not specified, but when those two are true, then this is where I want first of all to snap to the start position, which is right here. And in order to calculate that, instead of using his method where he uses this ledge position plus the offset, I've decided to use the player position instead, because if I use the ledge position, the ledge position is way up here. As you can see, the X and Y transforms here as to where the player is here. So I'd rather use the player as a reference point. So player position plus offset, offset 1, which is basically 0. If you look here, I made 0, so I'm just using the player position plus 0, and when ledge detect and can grab ledge is true, that's when climb over position, climb begin position is player position plus offset 1, and climb over position is this position. Is the position where after he's done, I want after the animation's played, I want his after that animation is played, triggers this, which triggers the ledge climb over, and that ledge climb over sets the player's position to climb over position. So that's how basically that works. You've got to set all this stuff. Climb, can climb is true, and when climb is true, that's when it goes to the initial position. I also added a gravity scale to set it to 0. The beautiful thing about this animator controllers method, which is constantly firing, is instead of putting true or false at the animator set bool, it's constantly checking this here. So here it's set to true, but down here it's set to false. So as soon as the animation's over, this gets triggered, and this is set to false. So the animator is set to false. Gravity scale is 10. Invoke triggers this, which turns can grab ledge to true, which is this here. And that's pretty much it. I hope that kind of explained everything. If you don't fully understand, you can go check his tutorial. His channel name is AlexDev, and the tutorial is called How to Ledge Climb in Unity. As you can see, I had to make my own little adjustments, but besides that, it works pretty well. So hopefully you guys found that useful. That took me quite a while to figure out, but I still need to refine it a lot more. As you can tell, it's not super clean, but for the most part, it's functional. So yeah, I'm going to cut it off there. That's pretty much it for this tutorial. I'm going to move on to other things, so please stay tuned as I'm going to continue to develop this 2D platformer. Okay, thanks.